another very exciting piece of news this week was the picture that was dropped, the first image released of the new Superman for James Gunn's Superman. It was just a picture of him sitting down and putting on his suit, and the last piece of his suit was a boot, and there's a big eyeball kind of beaming down onto the city behind him. But yeah, let me hear what you think of the suit.
So I was at work and I got like an update and I saw that they had dropped the picture. And before anything, this was an in-camera shot. And from what I understand, this wasn't even like from what I understand, I don't think this was necessarily even like a part of the movie. I think that might have even just been David Cornsweet like putting on the boot or something like that.
Right.
I don't know. People were getting like, he's taking his good old time and he seems a little something. And I'm not gonna lie.
The picture's funny when you analyze it like that.
When I saw the photo, I would have thought, considering everything that James Gunn had said, the first photo that you see of him, and this will probably be true for like the big main photo that they put out, I would have thought that there'd be a bit more of like a joyous, energy and vibrance, and like the suit is brighter and than Henry Cavill's. But I'm not gonna lie. I did
see complaints though about how not bright enough it was. But we'll get to that. Yeah.
I can see that. Right. But what I was gonna say, that photo does seem kind of dark, which I don't mind at all. Regarding the suit, though, I'm not gonna say that I'm like in love with it or that it blew me away and stopped me in my tracks. But I think it's a good suit. And I kind of, when people I saw people talk about like, well, it kind of is like crinkling up on the shoulders. I was like, he's sitting down. It's not, from what I understand, like it's not even like I said, it's not even like a part of the movie. I don't think,
but I do think we'll see kind of like some folds and stuff in the movie. Like I don't think it's going to be some skin tight, perfect suit.
Right? Sure. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't think it looks bad. Also, what superhero suit necessarily looks good sitting in a chair? I'm not like thinking, oh, that Iron Man suit looks so, like if the first Iron Man suit was him on top of the LA donut, I don't know if I would have been like, whoa, like it's not like a power pose or any of that, but there's you got the high neck
collar
kind of collar,
like shoulder mantle, like cape.
Cape. Sorry,
yeah.
I was blank.
On cape.
I wanted to say drape, and I was like, no, it's not a fucking drape. I was thinking Incredibles, like no capes.
Right.
You got the cape it's not like behind, it's over the shoulder.
It's like mid shoulder, right?
Which was an interesting decision. I don't know.
I think it's perfect. That like you need to see some of the shoulder come up, like some of the cape. I mean, come up on the shoulder. I think it wasn't too far over either. It's just right.
It looks good. I'm pretty sure, the trunks are in there, but like obviously you can't really make it out very much.
Yeah.
We already know the symbol. I think the symbol looks great. It's bright, not as not as bright as I maybe like a lot of people probably were predicting that it would be. It's not like Christopher Reeves, bright, and it's not like Christopher Reeves like like spandex. It's got like some like texture to it, and
in sunlight though, I do believe like you'll see a brighter suit. Even though there was some sunlight coming through the window
and color. I mean, it's dark. First of all, it's dark outside. Second of all, color grading.
Plus, the suit's a little dirty because it looks like he's fought in it a bit.
Right, and that was the other thing. Like there's obviously something going on outside, which who knows if that's the villain, the
I don't think it will be one of the villains
engineer.
of this movie.
Who knows if it's just a random, thing
Right.
like early on in the movie. I don't know. But I do like that it's that he's damaged. He's still going back out there. And even though like looking at it right now, it is dark outside. It's cloudy, it's stormy,
and the suit is still bright enough for me to be honest.
And it's still very bright. And I think like it's funny, my girlfriend said like the boots kind of look foamy. And I was like, like I like the boots, but
that's one of my favorite parts of the outfit.
I can understand that. I kind of like the shoulder. I don't know if you would call it a shoulder pad, but it's kind of a shoulder pad. They got like these like gauntlets style like inlays. Like I do think it looks great. It reminds me of Kingdom Come Superman.
Yep.
It reminds me of Injustice. It reminds me of New 52. And I love all of those suits. So overall, like, and I think honestly, one of the most interesting parts about this one is the raised neck,
the collar.
like the collar.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It gives like, and also with the over the shoulder cape, and this is something that I like, and that I think I was hoping for with what James Gunn was saying, which was that they were going to like talk about the aristocratic nature of being a Kryptonian. And it looks very regal to me.
Sure.
Like all of that makes it look regal.
Right.
And
I think
so
there's people who are upset with that aspect of Superman though, in a sense where like they would rather this be a suit that his parents made, or his mom made, right? And like how we got in the newest Superman show, the animated show.
Which was a great part that made like
that was an amazing moment in that show.
Which like who's to say that like there isn't that moment with the trunks?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean for me personally, I don't think there's a thing I don't like about it. I love the cape, I love where it's placed, I love the boots, I love that there's trunks. I
just love James Gunn.
I love the emblem.
I love everything James Gunn.
I do love everything James Gunn has made so far. I think the only thing that's like was surprising was how many lines and inlays there were.
There's a lot of inlays,
but it's not like it doesn't feel in my mind as much as like Henry Cavill's, like how detailed that suit was. I could be wrong, but I don't know. It gives the suit a little texture, a little something, and I don't mind it. I think the idea of trying to make a superhero movie in 2024, right,
where it's not like the material is not somewhat detailed and like it's more CW in a sense. Like I think it's a ridiculous idea. And it doesn't look good, like it's boring
for the most part. Yeah, we've never had like, I don't know. It's just, but I feel like that could be because of like the production of CW, like maybe if we got a really good, well-designed, expensive Superman suit that was more simplified, maybe it would look good, but I don't know.
I just can't imagine like looking at this suit or Henry Cavill's and like, you bring it back to Christopher Reeves, like this is close to the skin, like we're getting, we're losing all of the I don't know what you want to call them, like spheres and inlays, like get rid of all of that. I just don't think you would buy it.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. It's very possible. Yeah. I don't disagree.
But I do think the suit looks great. And people saying that like it's worse than like a CW suit.
That's crazy to me.
I've seen it. Like people were like hating on it. I don't know if
it feels like we're in the minority, to be honest.
It might, maybe, but like
Yeah.
I felt like I was in the minority when I liked the Batman Robert Pattinson suit, and I had people be like,
Yeah.
"What is that? Like he's wearing like a leather mask? Like what's he gonna do?" And I remember people like bitching about that suit, and I remember people bitching about the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and I was like, and now
Both great designs. Yeah.
everybody loves those designs and couldn't probably
Yep.
think of a world without those designs. So I say we just have to wait till the movie and people will rethink it. And I'm not like let me look up Superman and Lois and let's see
That suit's fine. It's not a bad suit. It definitely tries to mimic like Henry Cavill's. It feels like
Yeah, it's lost
the trunks.
the trunks. It's got it pretty much right exactly on the cape where Henry has it.
Mhm.
And like it's a good suit, but it is like has that mirroring like kind of cum bucket or
Oh my
V
god.
V line, you know, like where he's got the
Holy
belt
crap.
and
Uh-huh.
and like no, it's a good suit, but in a way, like that suit almost looks cheap because like I can almost tell that those abs are just a part of the suit.
Right, right.
You know, whereas
Yeah.
this one, if I can get back to
I don't
it.
know if you can really tell if there's abs or not, but
Sure, but like I was told there's no padding in this suit.
that's very surprising.
And it's I don't know, it's not giving me
Yeah.
it's not giving me the idea of like let me like I need to know that this Superman is buff. I
Mhm.
just like know that he has power.
Right.
I don't need to see like the muscles. It would be great, but like I don't know. I like it.
I do too. And I think it means that David Cornsweat's gotten pretty jacked for this role.
He has gotten jacked. I have seen photos. He's
Yeah.
gotten jacked. I do think that a large amount of the people, I don't know this for sure, but I do like it's hard to know who doesn't like it because they don't like change.
Right.
Who doesn't like it because it's not Henry Cavill.
Or
Who doesn't
Zack Snyder. Right.
Yeah. Who doesn't like it because it's James Gunn.
Mhm.
And then who just generally is like, it doesn't do anything for me, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And again,
A lot of biases out there.
this I don't think is a good photo to judge a lot of the suit, like because it's sitting in a chair and it's not doing any of the traditional stances that a Superman would do. So
Someone did have a really great argument though for why like Jimmy James Gunn picked that pose, and it was basically like there was an artist who I guess was like very much like always drawing Superman in the comics, and he like had seen somebody in a convention like basically kind of be posing as Superman but in a very like nonchalant way, and it like inspired him a ton because he's like that's how Superman would be. You know, he's not worried about the same things you and I are. He's not worried about like, you know, being late somewhere. He would be more like maybe relaxed and free in his suit. And so he like started drawing him in these like non-superheroic poses. And so maybe that's where James Gunn got some inspiration from. I don't know. But it is an
Maybe.
interesting choice.
but that I mean, I am curious why, because to me, Superman would be worried about all the same things that we would be worried about, because that's what makes him Superman, because he's like still one of us, you know, and like he's just,
Sure.
you know,
In a sense, right.